Las Vegas starts now.
Yes, it does.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, that groovy little podcast that gives you a true first-person look into what it's like to call Sin City your home. The Living in Las Vegas podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go.
And now your host, a man who clearly needs some kind of introduction, otherwise you wouldn't know who he was, Mr. Scott Whitney.
Welcome, everybody, to the Living in Las Vegas podcast here on the Vegas Video Network.
Those police sirens, not part of the audio track, actually happening outside.
The fact that we've even got started, angels. It was a little bumpy starting. We're on the bleeding edge of mobile moving around this show, and we have, I think, finally solved the critical problem, so I'm very, very happy about that. Hey, I'm your host, Scott. Wait, but it's too early. I'm not going to tell you that. Actually, camera one. Let me be the first to congratulate you because you're watching or listening to the longest running podcast about Las Vegas that actually originates from Vegas, which means we're not only going to talk about what it's like to live here, we're going to talk adventures. Downtown, Fremont Street, the Strip, other cool places here in the Valley. And by the way, if you're a tourist, you're a fan of the city, hell, you might even be thinking of moving to our fair town. This show's like your own secret handshake to all things cool and groovy. Hey, we're live every first and third Tuesday of every month at vegasvideonetwork.com/live. Again, vegasvideonetwork.com/live. In the words of Nelly, oh, that's hot in here. That was from last week.
I was, yeah.
Christina Aguilera, come on over, baby. Have some fun with us. Couple cool things. Just like last time, pre-show, you got to see us setting up and preparing for the big show, some behind-the-scenes cool stuff. And then
Pick up a few swear words.
I made up some fantastic swear words this week because we had problems last week that we thought was caused by one thing. It was actually caused by another. If you could make that crawl go away, that'd be fantastic. But I think we have solved this issue. What else? Post-show. That's it. After we do the live show, after we've done the recording, which goes about an hour, then we do post-show stuff, Vegas Video Network 2.0, Vegas After Dark.
After Dark.
Basically XXX, where you really hear us talk about all the madness that we really think about when it comes to this show. Hey, guess what? I'm your host, Scott Whitney. Konnichiwa, buenas noches, how you doing, hot stuff? I am the, attaboy, big boy. I am the owner of the Vegas Video Network, so on behalf of all the shows here, thanks for watching. And on behalf of our little show, thanks again. By the way, if you like this show, I'm Scott Whitney. If you don't, it's directed by Nick Nichols, everybody. And I'm not doing this show alone, no. I'm joined by
You couldn't.
the one and only it's Pimpin' Wayne, everybody. There he is. Angels again, and we'll do some applause.
The heavens tend to shine on me a little bit more than these shine.
We've got people from all over the world, Las Vegas, Henderson. Name one place.
In Henderson?
No, that you think people are watching us right now from.
Massachusetts.
Correct. Texas, Arkansas, Florida, Illinois.
What is Canada, Alex?
Canada for two.
I mean, he is Canadian.
Always two people from Canada. They love us up in the Connecticut. Over under, my friend.
Well,
right.
Right.
We're 20 minutes in. We haven't even started the show yet, so we're gonna go 20 plus.
Let's go 29.
29 minutes?
I think. Well, not so much in the show, but until you mentally just break down.
Yeah, right. Well, I almost had one, but I feel really happy because I think we fixed the problem. 29 minutes. Let's see if we got anybody new in the live chat real quick. Lions 13, we had him first time last week, right?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Well, welcome back, everybody.
He's from Detroit. He's the one that helps smuggle down the OxyContin from
Oh,
Canada.
does he?
Because remember, prescription drugs are cheaper up there. So
Much.
if you're going to crush them up and snort them, you might as well get them cheaper.
Right.
Come on.
All right, let's talk about our main topic.
Along the same topic.
Kind of is. Well, on November 4th of 2016, two really interesting things happened. One, we elected Donald Trump. And as a result of that, I believe the second thing happened, and that is Nevada is the 5th state to legalize recreational marijuana. Everybody in this room is now applauding because Scott could use to take a little bit of the edge off, and that's what would happen.
Well,
so,
the owner doesn't drug test people here at
no, the owner's
Vegas Food
fantastic.
Network.
He's the greatest guy. So, yeah, in November, 54.47% of our people here said...
That's a coin flip.
It is a coin flip. You know who were one of the people who backed being against it? Casino owner, huge owner. Who would you guess?
Sheldon.
Look at you. Did you know that?
I did.
Or did you just make that up?
But, I mean, when you say casino owner and Donald Trump in the same thought,
got
I
it.
mean, the answer is Sheldon.
So, yeah, 54.47 voted to legalize pot as a recreational play. We are the 5th state to pull this off. And there's 3 more states who are about to do this, but we're number 5. Most people believe that we will be number 1. We will be the largest selling pot state in the entire country.
Yes. Take that education.
Or number 1. So a couple things. Let's still talk about the rules and all that good stuff. So first, what it says is it allows adults 21 and over to possess, consume, cultivate, and use it for recreational purposes. It also says that you can have up to 1 ounce or less of marijuana or 1/8 of an ounce of concentrated marijuana.
Now, you're going to need to school me in this.
Okay.
So what,
Well.
I mean, what's an ounce? I mean,
So
because here's what's crazy.
Well, no,
First,
you
let
know
me
what's
tell you this.
no, go.
I went to a public college in northeastern Ohio,
Right.
where there's not much to do.
Yeah.
Never, ever have I ever, if we're playing that drinking game, which at this point I think you might be on the verge of just binge drinking.
I should be.
Never, ever have I ever once in my life used any form of marijuana.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
I know. So,
So,
tell me.
I'm
not familiar with the. So an ounce is what?
Well,
how much can I carry around?
I'm going to tell you. Let me get to that in a second because I do talk about the numbers. Because when I saw this, first of all, when I didn't get high a lot, a couple times. I have a couple stories. I think I've told them already on the show.
Probably, but I
If
mean,
we
you
have
a
time-
natural genetic background growing up in California.
Right. It's part of the rules. And I'll be honest with you. I never bought an ounce of pot. I was actually pretty much the guy who used OPP, other people's pot.
Yeah, they know you.
I think that was that guy. So let me get to that because I will talk about what that means in a second because it is surprising because an ounce really doesn't sound like very much.
No.
Come to find out.
There's 12 ounces in a can of Coke, and I mean, a can
Right.
of Coke is...
I'll knock back a can of Coke without even breathing hard.
Right.
In pot, it's a little different. Okay, so no marijuana establishments are allowed within 1,000 feet of a public or private K through 12 school or 300 feet from a community facility.
So already they're equating potheads to child molesters.
Right, they're a little worried about that.
Yeah.
Under the provision
Same
of the ballot, yeah, right. All applicants for a marijuana establishment license will be required to pay a one-time application fee of, guess. Live chat, you guys can guess too. What do you think the one-time application fee is just to get into the game of selling marijuana?
Well, I do know it varies by where you're doing it. Clark County versus Las Vegas versus North Las Vegas versus Henderson.
AK Fire thinks it's $1.
They all have different amounts. Is really the correct answer.
I don't think they do.
They do.
I don't think so. I think it's a state thing.
No.
There may be additional things that from the county or state.
Okay.
But there's a minimum you have to spend just to for the application. For the application. Not that you're going to win it, but here's my application fee, and your guess is what? Just guess.
For the state,
We have a $1 guess.
$50,000.
We have a $10,000 guess. We have a $25,000 guess, a $100,000 guess, $1K guess.
I'm gonna say 50.
The answer is 5,000. So not terrible. 5,000. Additionally, the Department of Taxation may require the payment of an annual license fee ranging from
There we go.
$3,300 to
That's where it varies
$30,000,
by
and that
municipality.
depends on the license. Okay, so let's talk about cost and size. So what is an ounce? This, like I said, when I first read this and said, an ounce, it doesn't sound like very much. And I think it's because, a shot is an ounce. You're like, well, that doesn't seem like very much, really anything.
Depending on where you get it poured from.
Right. So an ounce equals 56 joints.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I know
How many
somebody.
cigarettes in a pack?
12? How many cigarettes are in a pack? 12?
I'm asking the guy who used to smoke. I don't know.
I think I used to smoke. I think it's 12. How many cigarettes are in a pack, guys? Yeah, so it's
20.
20? Oh, I think that you're right.
That's what they say.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 20. Well, that's what Greg said. Yeah, so well,
So that's 2.5 packs.
is that right?
20 sounds right.
So, yeah, I think you're right. So this is crazy. I'm like 56 joints.
That's 2.5 packs.
That's a lot of joints.
Yeah.
And I know somebody who would say, I could buy an ounce and it would last me a couple weeks. So I did the math, and that means that's 2 joints a day.
Oh, I think I knew who that somebody is. Oh, that's not where I was going.
Who do you think it was?
A little bit more blonde.
Blonde.
Same age, more blonde.
You mean-
recent father?
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't think he's a pot smoker.
Yes, he
Well,
is.
he is. Well, he is. That was yes, he is. I'm not sure he's a big pot smoker.
He admitted he did
Well, I
it
know.
every
and
day.
I had to edit. Did he do it every day? Well, remember I had to edit that show because he said that. Well, that's fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does it cost? What does an ounce of
And
pot
by the way,
cost?
we'll give up that name after dark.
Yeah. After dark, I'll tell you. By the way, part of my pitch when people come in here to the Vegas Video Network or the Co-op or Livestream Las Vegas is that we don't do post-production. I said, I've done post-production one time, and it's because there was a guy who did a show with us, and in the show, he admitted he smoked pot. And after the show, he pulled me aside. He goes, hey, Scott, I got to tell you, if my boss knows that I smoke pot, they're going to fire me. Can you help a brother out? And I'm like, okay, we'll cut that question and answer out because I like it. You're a nice guy. Okay, so 1 ounce, 56 joints,
Wow.
$200.
$200.
$200 for 2
Well, that's
puffs.
more expensive than cigarettes.
Well, hold on, though. But it's not more. I don't know.
Not by much these
But
days.
wait, well, yeah, right.
But-
Especially in New York. How much? Would you like a soda? Yes, it's $45. It's sugar tax. But think about it. I'm gonna buy an ounce of pot. I'm gonna have 56 joints for $200. I'm gonna do 2 a day for 2 weeks for $200. That's not bad.
Approximately, yeah.
It's not terrible. How much is a joint? $5 to $10.
Yeah, that's like 500 a month habit.
A $500 a month habit?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And I'm assuming
actually,
a
when you say it that way, that sounds like a lot.
That's an accurate number.
Well, I'm assuming a joint probably lasts as long as a cigarette.
It lasts longer, I would say.
One in the morning, one at night. So
Is that right?
Tomahawk said no.
Anything now? Are you hearing anything? Did they unplug me? The wireless didn't work. Okay, stand by. Okay, so here we go. Hello. Oh,
Hi there.
hello, modem.
Welcome back.
Tomahawk said no.
There he is. Okay, so 1 joint, $5 to $10. More for recreational. There's more. It costs more for recreational versus medicinal. There's a 10% retail tax. Now, medicinal versus recreational, is one more potent than the other?
I'm gonna say probably not,
You're right. People think medicinal is more potent, but as a practice, they're all basically the
because
same.
it's more so. It's not defining the differences of the quality, more so just the differences of the legal use and purpose.
Of the use. Right, exactly. Very good. Look at you. You say you don't smoke pot, huh?
I don't.
Okay. Now, you want to come in, you want to use your American Express black card because I know that you have the black card.
I do. It comes
you,
in a silver briefcase.
and you want to get, does it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that because I am not that guy. So you go in and you're like, I'd like to use my Visa black card because I want to get points.
I
for my
prefer
trip to
Apple Pay,
Jamaica.
but
Of course you do. Can you use Apple Pay? No. Can you use a credit card? No. Can you use a check? No. It's cash only. That doesn't seem wrong.
cash and carry.
Cash. Now,
Just
why?
like the colonial times.
But why? Why is it cash only?
Well, this I can speak extensively on. That's because, despite the fact that 54.6% of Nevada voters agreed with marijuana, the federal government, and especially the Donald Trump administration,
Very good, man. Very good.
still have said no. Marijuana,
That's good.
Scott,
Look at you.
is a Schedule 1
That's right.
narcotic.
You know what?
Do you know what else is a Schedule 1 narcotic, Scott?
Heroin.
Heroin.
And that's what I was. You just cut into my shit a little bit, but that's okay. It's only a 27-minute show,
Right.
So
We gotta get
we're
through
gonna-
this.
We're gonna be okay. But that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You know what's a Schedule 2 drug, which is less harmful?
I'm going to go cocaine.
Yes.
Boom.
Yep.
Wouldn't know that.
So if you word and why it's the wise kids, if you go to a party, they got some cocaine out and they got some joints, go with the cocaine because the federal government says it's better for you.
Okay. I want you to look at your camera when you talk to them.
Okay.
Touch them, because I think there's a lot of fans.
There are.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the statistics?
I have. Now, you live in Hendertucky. Well, you live in Vegas, right?
I'm in East Vegas.
Right. You're east side. You're like this.
Ooh.
East side. Hendertucky. Where can you buy in Hendertucky? You can't.
Well, no, they have 5
No, they don't.
medicinal places.
They have. Oh, I'm talking about for recreation.
Oh, you cannot.
Right.
Henderson has put a moratorium
That's
on
exactly
it
right.
until I believe August
Holy
1st
shit!
or
For
August
somebody
8th.
who said you didn't know anything about this, you sound like you know.
I don't
a
know
little bit
about it
this.
from the consumer end.
Oh my God!
From
I'm
the
really
legal
impressed.
end.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
180 days, right? Because Hendertucky's a little bit behind
They're
everybody.
a wait and see approach.
They're gonna say,
We're a sleepy little bedroom community.
put the
Scott.
toe in.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no murders. There was actually, so this all happened July 1st, and there were lines, like 2-hour lines
Oh, 3, yeah.
to
Two,
get
three,
to get this stuff. It was hysterical.
They said I read an article in The Sun, the one particular dispensary not far up the street from here normally sees 150 to 200 people a day on the medicinal side.
geez.
Business has increased 7 to 8 times
Wow, Jesus Christ.
on the recreational side.
No kidding. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, so people were lined up. Happy crowd.
Well,
And,
anxious crowd.
Yeah, and it's just the feedback was crazy. But here's what people were really worried about. So people were lined up, and at 4 a.m. there was a DUI accident, like a pretty major one, and everybody was fucking panicked. Oh man, I hope this guy wasn't high, because they're gonna take our pot away. He wasn't. He was shocking drunk. Okay, we're continuing on. Let's see. Let's talk about some laws. Where can you actually smoke the marijuana? You got it. You're feeling good. Where do you go? Well, you can partake on your own property or the property of a friend who has given you permission. That means you can't smoke on the streets. You can't smoke at a concert. Nobody has ever gotten that memo.
Nope.
You can't smoke in casinos. You can't smoke at bars or anywhere where there might be non-consulting parties that might be present. That includes, by the way, your private car on a public road. So here's the interesting...
You know what else it includes? You missed a big one.
What's that?
Your hotel room.
Well, I didn't miss it. I was going to go into it. That was the casino part. So that's a big thing. So they're thinking that about 60% of the people who buy are going to be tourists, which is fine. But where are they going to smoke? They actually aren't supposed to smoke it in the casino or their room or anywhere around there. So the truth of the matter is, if they buy the pot and they smoke it anywhere, they're breaking the law.
Unless they find a local who is contributing consensual private residence.
And so there has been this talk of people doing Airbnbs just to get high. So you fly into... I'm not saying this is a good idea or not, but I'm saying it is an idea that people...
You're not saying it's a good idea. You're just saying you're renovating the back area.
Right. But the studio that I used to have, Airbnb. It's my pot place. Now I'm going to have a whole new exhaust area.
Podworks now becomes
Potworks.
They just changed all those laws for Airbnb here in town too.
Well, and that's in...
Short-term rental stuff.
That's right. So...
Made it harder.
So who you cannot hear is Nick, who knows nothing about drugs. But what's happening is the legislation is trying
Mormon,
to
I think,
change.
right? Practicing Mormon?
Clearly. Look at him. He looks like a Mormon. We should actually, we have a camera. You could actually pull that camera into this thing right now. Well, maybe not right now, but you could. But don't do it now. Don't even try now, because it's crazy what you would have to do that. That system doesn't know that camera yet. Meanwhile,
Back to the show.
you could pull. I got 1,000 ways that you could do it.
better idea.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I could take that. Fuck it. So so what's happening is, Airbnb has gotten a little bit of heat for a variety of reasons, anyways. But so they're basically saying, we would like you not to rent an Airbnb so you can get high. So that may be a bit of a difficult play for these guys. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the law We said where you can do it, which basically means you can't do it anywhere but your own house or a friend's house, which I think puts the tourists at risk, without question. Urine test. So it used to be, prior to this law, that one of the ways they would see whether or not you were high or not was they would do a urine test. And two guys from Touro University, a couple of doctors, actually changed that law or helped change the law. And the reason is because if you smoke pot today, the TS or THC, that drug stays in you for 2 or 3 weeks. So they were thinking that I'm going to do a urine test and it will tell me if you're impaired or not. It actually doesn't tell you whether you're impaired. It just says that you've gotten high before, 2 weeks ago. So they just changed the law in conjunction with this new law here that they can no longer do urine tests. So that's good, actually. It's, you know, I don't want people to get arrested for not being high. I want you to get arrested for being high and having a good time. Okay, so what's the max fine? So the big fine, of course, is if you have too much pot. You have 57 joints. Shame on you. You pot stud, you. For over 1 ounce, public use, $600.
Okay, that's pricey, but
it gets worse. If you have more than an ounce, less than a pound, and you're starting to, like, you know, sell shit, oh, they frown on that. It's a 1 to 4 year, and it's a $5,000.
It's called trafficking, I believe.
They are not messing around with this. There's some other things that you want to be considerate of when it comes to this. For one thing, just like you said, the federal government does not believe that this is okay. And so it still is a problem from a federal perspective, which means it can still be a problem from a business perspective. So you're not protected if you get high and your company, your boss, wants to fire you as a result. You have no protection. There's nothing to stop them from going. You don't get to be high. You got to go. So drug tests, which is a big thing in casinos, of course, that's still going to play out. And if you're high and you get popped, you're not going to get the job or you're going to lose the job as a result of that. So there's no protection there. The other couple of things that are kind of interesting, they're afraid of a shortage. So who gets to move pot from the grower to the retailer?
I know this, and it's the most ridiculous.
It's nuts.
I don't even understand how this is a thing.
How collusion-y does that sound?
This takes you back to old school Vegas mobster. Exactly. Oh, it's such a racket.
So tell them.
The only way for recreational marijuana to get from farm to table is
right.
by a licensed liquor distributor.
What? How many of those are here?
What do we got? 2 or 3?
Yeah, they're not a lot.
No. No, you've got Southern Nevada Beverage.
Yep.
You've got.
I think there's 4 or 5 total, but there's 2.
One.
Yeah. Well, but yes, those 2 represent, let's say, 80% of the
because
business.
one is your Anheuser-Busch, the other is your Miller Coors.
Which you may have noticed. So if you're at a bar and you say, I would like a Sailor Jerry a spice rum, they say, well, we don't have that. We have Captain Morgan. Well, the reason is because Southern Wine, which is actually a new name now, doesn't carry Captain Morgan, or I'm sorry, doesn't carry Sailor Jerry, and as a result, you can't have it. It's not yours to have. So yeah, those guys are the people who are moving. I love your table to farm thing. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we're just going to be bringing this bushel of pot over to you guys.
It'll be at Whole Foods, I'm sure, at some point.
We'll be on Amazon then. I can get it on Prime in 2 hours. I can get my dope.
Do you know the story behind that, though?
Huh.
The story behind it, I don't know the story of how the liquor distributors got inserted in here. But initially, that got passed in the law with part of Question 2, which was the ballot initiative, 54.6%.
Yeah, right.
So that gets written into law by the legislature. The liquor distributors initially were like, you know what, we're good here. They didn't want to get mixed up in it.
Oh.
So the Nevada Department of Taxation then attempted to find other industries and said, okay,
that's right.
who wants to join in? And so then the liquor distributors said, well, wait a minute, you can't do that. You said we could do it.
Yes.
So they sued to have an exclusivity.
Yes, yes. So that right now is being debated in the legislature because the legislators basically saying, you know what, we're running the risk of a shortage. We just got started, and you guys can't move enough dope. This really is. It feels like Scarface.
little bit.
You can't move the dope, man. We got to get new people. So the legislature's saying, you know what, we're gonna bring other people in, and just like you said, you know, the alcohol distributors are saying, you
Whoa.
can't do that.
On second thought.
You can't do that. This is our deal. And their arguments are so sweet and cute. It's about safety.
They have
wanna make
experience
sure.
in driving from point A to point
We
B.
want to make sure that it's the right stuff. It's a quality issue. It's a quantity issue.
Right.
Other people really don't understand
They've
how to
got
move
trucks with
a
wheels.
case of Budweiser. Jesus Christ.
They have drivers with CDLs.
So very much like what happened with Uber, I think they're going to lose that argument. I think they're going to allow that shit to happen. And there's other places here who grow and distribute their stuff. So like just around, where am I at? Oh yeah, over behind Fashion Show, there's a place called Reef Dispensaries. No, Reef. Is it Reef Dispensaries? Reef Distribution? Because you're a pothead. Reef. Yeah, dispensary. So it's this big.
Just because you went to a Grateful Dead concert one time.
This big, giant, really clean looking. You drive by it, it smells like you just killed a skunk. It has, and it's everywhere. You can't miss it. So there's a strip club there. You would know this.
Wait a minute.
What is that strip club?
We have a new thing.
He is not.
Oh, let's see. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna?
A little magic.
That was fantastic. Except for it says Pimp and Wayne underneath
They
it.
got to kill the key.
Oh man, that was good though. Oh, it's so close. See, it says Pimp and Wayne.
No, it doesn't.
There you go. Kill the key. You're good.
And the other problem is I can't hear you.
Hey, small minor detail, I can fix that, but then I'd have to be away from here. So
That is really good that you did that. I'm super proud of you.
it took me a little while.
What did I ask you? Anything important about the pot thing?
Deja vu.
No, strip clubs. You asked
Oh yeah,
them to
Deja
strip
Vu.
club.
Right. So they've done a quite a significant upgrade.
Ooh.
You know, very very nice. God damn it.
Well, you want to keep it classy.
Yeah, they must have.
Like this show.
Right, Jesus. Anyway, so you drive by that place. It smells like dope everywhere, or actually skunk. And you got to figure if you're the neighbors, if you're Deja Vu or whatever, you're like, what the fuck, man?
Well, I mean, come on. That's an opportunity for a collaborative business. I mean,
Well, yeah, maybe.
it's like when you've got a bar. You have a bar, and there's a restaurant next door, so you can order food at the bar, and the bar will go get it from the restaurant.
Yes.
You're at the club. You're in the champagne room.
Yeah.
They've already got your credit card number, so they know what your limit is. And you get yourself... the newest variety I saw is Skittles, Skittlz.
Actually, Sammy
from
says
next
it's
door.
Spearmint Rhino. Spearmint Rhino. Go to the live chat screen. I think Sammy's right. I think it is Spearmint Rhino. What did you think it was?
No, it's actually the can room on Industrials.
No.
It's down there.
That's the one.
Deja vu is not. Deja vu is the other one.
I think it is Spearmint
Everybody
Rhino.
just shut out a
It
strip
actually,
club.
it is. It's Spearmint Rhino. Sammy, I think that's at a girl. Sammy is right. It is a Spearmint Rhino with a brand new logo and a beautiful update.
So I proved I don't.
You don't know.
stuff.
You don't know. That will look good on your eHarmony, which is going to be our next show on how to be 55 years old and just get mind fucked every day.
Is that why I have next show off?
Where eventually I'm going to have to bring him on and you got to hear the nightmare that is online dating. Jesus Christ, it's horrible. Did that play?
Nope.
Where's the
Oh my
gunshot?
God! Hold on. There, I want it. Oh yeah, gunshot. Okay. So overall, here's my take on the whole getting high thing. Good. Get high.
The California guy would say that.
Fuck do I care? I'm not a person who believes in legislating personal behavior. As long as you don't hurt me, you can get high, drink, do the heroin, go live in Henderson. I don't care what you do. Just do it. You're an adult. Go do it. And now, if you're hurting other people, then I have a problem with that. But this, go have fun. I don't know if you're a tourist and you're going to come here because you're going to get high. I bet you there's going to be some tourists who get popped, and that's going to be a problem. And I saw a guy who has a tourist bus thing, and his whole pitch was, "You can get high on my bus." I kept saying, I did that look. I'm like, That doesn't seem legal. That seems like a problem, especially when I said that includes private cars on public roads. That's a private car.
Yeah,
That's a public road.
it is.
I don't think you get to do that.
If you can, we need
Do
to
it.
talk business later.
But I'll tell you what, you ready for have a drink?
Oh,
Oh, boy, God damn it. To that I say, let's have a drink. Well, that was the end of it. Could you do it again?
No, he can't. I said 29 minutes or 27
You
minutes.
just played the very last second of that. Come on!
People are walking by right now. They're like, am I flashing back?
The people who are watching this high are like, this is the best show ever. I like the way he teased us with the very ending and then played the whole thing because we were like, dude, did you miss that?
Maybe.
I thought it was fucking cool, dude. I wish he'd play it again. And he did. Look at you. God bless your heart. All right. Close up on you again. No, we don't want to hear it again. Turn that shit off. God, you give power to people and it's badness. All right, this is this is called Have a Drink of Me. It's part of the show where I show you a picture of a bar or a pub.
Pretty
or
soon you'll have to
a
do dispensaries.
speakeasy
Have
or-
a joint on me.
Have a joint on me.
Except for
What are you
at
doing?
$50.
Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, fuck. Go back to that.
you said you wanted it.
I did want that, and that was actually okay. Why didn't I say that? Oh, I forgot to have that on my notes. Here's a pic. Thank you for that.
Does that mean I get to play the drink song over again?
Nope. This is a map of all the different places where you can buy the marijuana. There's 37 places, and if you look carefully, you'll notice there is a concentration in downtown on Las Vegas Boulevard. And if you live on the east side on Maryland Parkway, you got to get a little high. And if you're in Decatur and Flamingo, you want to get a little high as well. You'll notice in the Summerlin area, we don't need to get high. Why? Because we drink wine.
Yep. It's a very 1% type crowd.
Yeah, it is. We don't need to get high. Thank you for putting that up there. I think you handled that very well. Okay, Have a Drink on Me. Part of the show where I show you a speakeasy or a pub or a bar or something. And we discovered a brand new one this weekend.
Ooh.
That we really liked.
All right.
And it's going to be this week's Have a Drink on Me.
Well, first, let's dwell on the past a little bit.
First of all, let's talk about how you can win. There are a number of ways. I'm going to show a picture.
Let you count thy ways.
Pardon me?
Let's let you count thy ways.
I will. I'm going to show you a picture of one of these here places, and then you're going to send us an email. And then here's what happens as you do it. Attaboy. First, if you have a correct entry, that's one entry into, oh, I knew I forgot something, the hat. We'll put them in here.
Okay.
So correct entry. If you submit an entry and you're in the live chat at the same time, we're going to give you another entry. If you send in a video or a photo guess, we'll give you another entry. If you do an intro video to the whole show, we'll give you another entry. And if you're the very first correct entry, we give you another entry. That gives you 5 opportunities to win in this big bad game. Now, what can they win? Great question. I don't have any of the things. That's not true. I do have a few of those things. I have all of those things, as a matter of fact. Go ahead and talk just for a second.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
I've done it again with that. I'll be right back. You're on, Wayne.
So yes, for the rest of the people that don't win, Have a Drink on Me. It's all right. You can play next week. However, if you win, I'm going over some extraditional rules, the official rules here, the fine print, if you will, the asterisk. If you win, do not commit the cardinal sin of trying to win twice in a row.
Right, which happens
because there
every
is
time.
nothing we hate more than people who are greedy.
Greedy people.
And along those same lines,
Right.
listen, if you win the drink with Scott, let's not be greedy. Let's not.
Don't do the $19 frickin' Manhattan, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Order a Stella. They're
Right.
$6 everywhere. I don't care where you go. Stella's about $6. Now, if you do win, you have an opportunity to win a number of fantastic prizes. Let's see what they may be.
July is here, which means December is only 5 months away. You can start warming the cockles of your heart early with a little Gajazzathon, Christmas Acoustic, or Christmas Acoustic 2. You don't need to buy yourself bootleg copies.
No.
You don't need to stream this on those services.
You can get this for $3 on eBay, by the way.
Or you can win it for free if you've got the correct answer.
Right? Okay. Or,
Hey, it's hot outside. Do you want something that can keep the sun off your face and the sweat off your brow? Well, aside from a cabana boy or maybe a poolside girl, you could also get yourself the Vegas Video Network visor. Much like the Red Hot Inferno sun, you could get Red Hot Inferno shade of visor. I'm not sure if it comes in any other colors yet.
Black.
But hey, he's got the red. So if you'd also like the Black as Scott Soul color, you can special order that as well. And finally, as we mentioned, listen, what's wrong with a $6 Stella? Nothing. What's better than a $6 Stella? A free $6 Stella bought to you by Scott Whitney.
thank you very much, Wayne. That was fantastic, my friend. Fantastic. Well played. Okay. So last week's was, the picture was killed in, I don't know,
Battle.
Vietnam.
We lost it. A moment of silence for the picture.
Yep. What? What? I don't want two back. Oh, for God's sake, stop doing that. Well, don't do it. Oh, you know what we almost forgot? Well, this should be fun. You ready?
If you
We're about ready to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay. So here's over here.
But do you want the picture first?
No,
Oh, yeah.
no, don't start it yet.
I'm not.
Camera two. Camera two. Huh? Some magic will happen if you win. If you win one of these guys, if you win one of these here visors, here's what a lot of people do. They want to become a deity. They want to get a little bit bigger. By the way, I saw Wonder Woman this weekend. Fantastic movie. Probably the best superhero movie I've ever seen. You take this hat, you put it on your head. Be sure to size it because this has got an automatic sizing. Wear it low, make it look good, and then you send in a picture. And after you send that picture into us, we gather it and we put it into this cauldron of love, of joy, if you will. And the next thing you know, you become a part of the galaxy of gods. Steve, and then there's Robert and Christina and Danny, and then there's Don, and wait a minute, there's Jackie, and don't forget Ken in Hawaii, and Michael, and Sammy who knew of the strip club, and Mike Hugh. And wait, there is still Pops, and wait, there's Rosie, Mongo, Glenn, who we had dinner with now, and Aaron, and they are both some nudists, and Scott V, who's Victory, and Vicky, and Bud, who I've had a couple drinks, and Chan, and Carol, who lives in the UK, and Bob, and his Bob's wife. But wait, there is other people like Enzo the dog, who looks good, and Jimmy 2Gs, and then there's Michael S, and then there's Rob, who's also in Hawaii, and Craig D wearing my visor, and then there's Stuart in the UK, and Chris, who I saved his job. Whoops, never mind. And your buddy Scott, and then of course there's Wayne, who never wears that visor anymore. There's Brett Dad, and there's Brett. All right.
Why did you say Stuart in the UK? That was Stuart in Russia.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's moved back to applause. He's moved back to the UK.
Oh, but the photo.
Okay, you're right. No, I cannot complain with what you've said. That your feedback is well taken and fantastic.
And I believe, much like the Super Bowl ring, didn't Vladimir Putin come out and ask to see Stuart's visor and then refuse to give it back?
Yes. As a matter of fact, Putin is wearing the visor right now. Mm-hmm. That's how he gets the chicks. So we got, I think it was 11 out of, or 13 out of 14 or something like that. Last week's Have a Drink, we don't have the picture because it was taken away by the man, was Loser's Bar at MGM. Have you been there?
No.
It is kind of a country.
I don't go to MGM a lot now with the paid parking.
Oh, that's right. I don't disagree with that. Okay, are you ready? You
Absolutely.
got your pen?
No, I haven't. I got a crayon though.
Wait, no.
No, I've got 256 different choices here.
Oh, okay. Well, what's your favorite color?
Right now it's going to be jungle green.
Jungle Boogie. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, we're gonna put it in this drawer here. Well thought out.
Just use the drinking glass.
Is that the who?
The drinking glass.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Well, I think that'll fit in there. Yeah, we'll try that. Okay, so number one. The number one, Greg Tapscott. 13 out of 14, by the way. Number one entry, so one for the correct answer, one for the first correct answer, and he is in the live chat. Guess what? That's a triple. GT gets a triple. Holy crapamoto. That's pretty fantastic. So that's 3 already. Before we even get started, he's already got a triple. All right. Here. Yeah, that's good. Good play there. Very good. How can I get this done? Bill, 98036. BB is hanging out. 1 for the correct answer. I got Mike Q. He gets 1 for the correct answer. Mike Q gets 1 for being in the live chat. He's always in the live chat.
Always. You can always count on Death, Taxes, and Mike Q.
Mike Q is the man. By the way, here's Mike's theme noise. There you go. How'd you put that in there? Okay. Next up, we've got Dan Jagger, Jags 53. 1 for the correct answer, 1 for being in the live chat. Oh, you're changing colors on Jet.
I am. I'm changing back.
We can't even see that, though.
No, I know.
It looks like ball flesh. What the fuck was that about? So he's got a double. Mr. Testy, 1 for the correct answer. Mr. Testy, 1 for being in the live chat. A lot of live chatters today. These guys are getting it. They're doubling their pleasure. They're doubling their fun. And we continue. Monica Fagan, also known as Binky. But I don't see Binky in there today. I'm sorry, Binky. Glenn Santa. We had dinner with Glenn Santa over at Hugo's Cellar. Have you been?
I've not, but you say good things.
Well, I haven't said good things. I said nothing about it. I've never been there before. I've never been there. Well, they have that. Oh, they have that. And that's why I was very excited to talk or to go to that. And I have an opinion about it. That will not be shared on this show.
Oh, boy.
Next up, we've got Bob Thomas from St. Augustine, Florida.
So on the hot or horrible scale, it sounds like a thumbs down.
It was interesting. AJ, holla! Sorry, man. Then we got Mike Beatty. Scott, you made this clue too easy.
Wow.
Well, it's because I think we did this.
That's every
for our
week.
clue. For
Mike.
Right. Sorry, Mike. Is Mike in there? Let's see. Okay. No, that's Mike Q. We already got him. Andy in New Hampshire, a longtime player. I think he's won everything or nothing. I'm not sure which one. Bob McAdam, also known as Babalooey. And then finally, we've got Justin Harrow, who goes by AK Fire, and I know he's in the live chat. So 1 for the correct answer and 1 for being in the live chat. By the way, AK Fire's sound effect could also be that sound, given the name, AK Fire. One has to assume he is in Alaska, and he's a gunfighter. Okay, the problem with this is it looks like that. Are you seeing this? How do you?
You don't have a cocktail shaker?
How do you? Fuck. That's okay. So you're just gonna have to hold on. No, fuck that. And there we go. Okay, it's going in the drawer. Here, camera 1. There we go. It's going. Hold on. There we go. It's going in this drawer. The drawer of mystery.
Oh, we got
last one. Sorry, we won't say who it was. Go in the drawer. That looks good. Okay, pick one out, big boy.
All right.
There we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
And not to waste any time, we're just going to go right into this one. And, so whoever that one is, I'm sorry.
Okay, double. And the answer, the winner is, God damn, again.
Again?
It's a double winner, Mr. Testy, everybody.
They're not doubles in 2 weeks in a row.
No, not 2 in a row, but he's won before. I've drank with him at Golden Tiki, as I recall, and a nice gentleman. So congratulations, Mr. Testy. You have won again. You will probably get something other than a drink on me because you probably didn't care for that the first time. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Are we ready for this week's Have a Drink on Me there, Nick?
Well, I know I am.
Drink on me. Yes.
I want the graphic. Number 307.
Would you like it now?
I would like it now. Look at you. God damn, I'm so proud of you. Okay, here is our hints for this week's Have a Drink on Me. Hit number 1. It could be named after this definition: a person's area of skill, knowledge, authority, or work. It could be named after a person's area of skill, knowledge, authority, or work. Hint number 2, and this is a cool thing about this bar. This bar has 2 to 3 live bands playing here every night.
Every
Also
known as nightly.
Yeah, but like not one band, 2 bands or 3 bands.
Double your pleasure, triple your fun.
Pretty cool, man. These guys have 2 to 3 live bands every night. And finally, you know, they could have added at the Big Easy to the end of the name of this bar. They could have added at the Big Easy to the end of the name of this bar. If you know the answer to this, you're going to send the email to haveadrink@vegasvideonetwork.com. Again, have a drink at vegasvideonetwork.com. How long have we been doing the show here? What are we at now time-wise there, Nick?
8:09. Not very long.
How long is it?
46 minutes.
Yeah, let's do listener email.
Sure.
No rush.
Hey.
Wait.
Axl Rose is a pussy. All right. This is the part of the show where we get an email from you, and you send that email to right there at onairq@livinginlv.com. Again, onairq@livinginlv.com. And our job is to answer your questions. If it's from a male person, I'll answer it. If it's from a female person, I'll read it. Wayne will read it. And we're going to start. We have 2 we're going to do today. We're going to start with the top one, which is from Terry and Jack, our friends from British Columbia, Canada.
Oh, that's in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
The BC. Hey, Scott and Wayne.
Hey.
On Tuesday, April 11th, I checked out Living in Las Vegas
Good.
just to see if anyone was online.
They weren't.
Sure enough, there was UKSA Sooty.
Oh, and that's a previous winner of Have a Drink on Me, by the way.
Well, it turned out it was Steve from the UK staying at the Downtown Grand.
That's right.
He was hoping to connect while he was in Vegas. Had a nice chat with him, letting him know what was happening with the LiLV podcast. He said you would know him. Rhodes Gin.
Yeah. Oh, they gave me some really good UK gin.
I'm assuming it was Rhodes.
It was fantastic.
Thought I would let you know.
You know, they flew that gin all the way from the UK here so they could give that to me. Those are the kind of people we deal with.
I mean,
Good people.
that certainly helps you beat the customs.
This
and the
is
tariff.
good people. We have good people.
Hey, Terry and I were wondering if you've ever done any LiLV podcast of the macabre and unexplained tales of Vegas, such as hauntings, sightings of spirits in hotel rooms and casinos, etc. Anyway, we look forward to Tuesdays. Continue the excellent work, and we love. They didn't say that, but I'm just going to say they love us, and they learn a lot watching your podcast.
Sometimes you just have to make up the stuff because the emails aren't as good as you'd like them to be. That's not true. Those guys are lovely. They're a lovely bunch of coconuts. Have I thought about doing a podcast about the macabre and the unexplained tales? I live the macabre and unexplained. If you live in Las Vegas, you deal with the macabre and unexplained. Here's something that's interesting. So he says, if you go downtown, if you drive down Charleston, if you go east on Charleston, just past Maine, you'll see a big billboard. And it talks about Haunted Vegas, the Haunted Vegas Hotel, or something like that.
Okay.
And it's been up for just about 2 years.
Not familiar with this.
Just coming out anytime now, and it doesn't happen. So I've actually, remember Rosie, the intern?
Yeah.
She was interested in the whole, and I don't know. There's a lot about it that I want to think about and do. If somebody could show me there's a lot to talk about, well, there's supposed to be a museum about it, and they haven't done it in 2 years. So either they're underfunded, that's probably it, or there's nothing to talk about.
I mean, usually the biggest mystery in the strip hotel rooms is which ones have bed bugs.
Yep. That's, by the way, brought to you by the good people at the Las Vegas Convention Center. How's the advertising going, Scott? Well, we just lost one. Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Crowell, everybody, for...
Thank you.
Wayne's, by the way, he's taking over the Senior Vice President of Sales. So, nice job, Wayne. Good Lord.
Does it come with a pay raise? Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
I'll give you 15% more than what you're making now. Yes. 15% at zero is...
I got to get a calculator out.
I'll be right there. It's zero. Give me a cash right now. Okay, so... I got an idea. Jack and Terry, or Terry and Jack. If you know of some stuff that you want us to look into, you should tell us, and then we'll look into it. And quite frankly...
But what's your general... See, the reason why I think you haven't done this...
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Your general opinion of the supernatural is I think probably to quote you, you don't have time for that.
A live chat question from Line 13. Has there ever been a come and see us broadcast live episode? Yes. And actually, that's a great question. So we used to do this show. So the genesis of this show is it started off in my bedroom. That's not true. Started off in a room.
After dark, it moves to your bedroom.
Easy. Started off in a little room up in our place up in South Reno. We call it Aliante. And it was audio only. And then
that's Iroquois for South
Reno.
Then
we went into a video version like this, same out of the same place. And then we moved it to our previous studios over on Convention Center Drive.
Just steps from the Las Vegas Strip.
That's exactly right. And then we had somebody else doing the technical directing, Jacob Cannon. And we had people like Wayne in there helping out with the live chat. And
I technical directed once.
You did? Yes, you did. And we had a live audience. We had several people in there. And I think at one time we maybe have had as many as... Actually, I remember. We had 6, 7, 8, 9. We
had quite the crowd for the first anniversary.
Oh, we had probably 20, 30 people there for that.
Yeah.
So, yes, we've done that. And then since then, we moved it back to my studio at the house, and no, that wasn't happening.
It costs $50 each to file a restraining order.
Right.
And really, those costs were
they
racking
skyrocket.
Up. And the security over there on Convention Center, they just let anybody
And
in.
look, even if you use a paralegal...
And then they would give you a job at Precision Opinion.
Right. And even if you use a paralegal, it adds up after a while. Trust me, I know a little bit about paralegals. I know a little bit about suing people. Or getting sued. No. Mostly suing people.
After dark, we'll talk. You never answered my text on that. I sent you a text about that.
Recently?
Yeah.
Just like today?
No. A couple weeks back,
what?
and you never answered it.
What was
about suing people. After dark.
Okay, all right. So, I forgot my train of thought on that. What were we talking about?
Live audiences for the show.
Live audience. Oh, so I actually think that potential exists again. Like right now, we're in our studio. Now we're in our Groovy Lounge, so there's not really a great place to be hanging out. But we've got a stage over there that we are in the process of beginning to upgrade and change the layout of. And so it might make sense for us to do that if we get enough people interested. It was a lot of fun actually doing that before.
I just enjoyed splitting the admission.
I thought it was great because people would bring in stuff, gifts. So that was sweet. So I don't want you to feel like you have to bring in a gift, but you do. Okay, here we go. Next up, this is from Karen. Karen writes, I've always wanted to come to Las Vegas, mainly to see the Michael Jackson show at Mandalay Bay Resort. You gotta respect somebody who doesn't call it Mandalay Bay, but calls it Mandalay Bay Resort. That's a classy gal right there. I dig that about her. She continues, would I be safe to travel there on my own? I am 66 years old, and I have not traveled very much. Can you give me any advice? Thank you. My name is Karen from PA. Oh, PA. I'm assuming
Pa.
Her dad. Pa. Here's the great thing about Las Vegas. While there is an occasional gunshot going on, that's all you get. The truth of the matter is, on the Strip, safe or not safe?
On the Strip, overwhelmingly safe.
Unbelievably safe.
If you're out looking for trouble at 3 in the morning,
you'll fucking find
it. Right, with maybe a little bit too much to drink,
you'll find it.
Yeah.
Right, and if you're Karen, if you're a pushy Chevy drunk, hey, get out of my way. You're gonna get knocked out, depending on where you're at. But the truth of the matter is, this is a pretty safe place. Now, we've done shows where you shouldn't hang out, like Naked City. I got a bunch of people saying Naked City's not bad. Right. Go ahead and go and get your fucking crack pipe. Tell me more about it. You're not going to Naked City. You're going to be hanging out at Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay is one of the nicer properties within the MGM.
Remember, though, when they're getting their crack pipe in Naked City, the cocaine is safer than marijuana, says the federal government.
According to the federal, was it Class 2 or whatever
Yes.
you call it. Other than that, though,
So be safe, kids.
stay the hell away from
Be
Naked
safe.
City.
Smoke crack.
Okay. Here's the thing. Las Vegas, as a practice, wants everybody to be happy and to be safe and to spend lots of money and have a good time. So you will be taken care of. The truth of the matter is if the Mandalay Bay people see that you're by yourself, they'll probably look out for you a little bit. Like, oh, yeah, she seems to be alone. She's a single traveler. Let's keep an eye on her. So that kind of stuff happens. But if you're at Mandalay Bay, you got nothing to worry about.
But let's take it
At
from the
all,
opposite
in any kind
perspective,
of way.
though. A 66-year-old lady traveling by herself,
Yeah.
I think could find McCarran to be very daunting
Well,
because of just its size
Sure.
and the hustle and bustle
But that's
nature
any
of it.
large. I mean, this is it's a big airport. There's a lot of people. There's 43 million people that go in and
I
out of that
think
damn
the
place.
fifth or eighth biggest in the country.
Yeah, we did. We actually talked about that a couple weeks ago. I think it's top 10 airport. So there's a ton of people going on. But I think the signage to get the hell out of there is pretty good. Now, actually, if you fly into Terminal 3, it's a little bit more confusing. But overall, it's not hard to get out. You know, it's like any other airport. Ground transportation, take Uber. Uber will take you right to Mandalay Bay, and you're good. I don't think you'll have a problem. By the way, Michael Jackson show, it's a pretty cool show.
Is it?
It got better.
Okay.
It
'Cause
got
the
a
reviews
lot
started off a
better.
little rough.
Oh, it was real rough. It replaced, what was the show it replaced? Was that the, no, that was,
No, it didn't
I was
replace
thinking that was the Elvis one, but that
Yeah,
was
that
the
was
Aria.
Aria.
It did start off a little rough, and they did a great job of making it better. And I've heard many people think that this is their favorite Cirque show. So you'll love that show. The property's good. The one thing that I don't like about Mandalay Bay is actually the game density on the floor. It's a little light. They're pulling games off the floor.
But you don't think, though, for someone especially like her, that more elbow room is a good thing?
Well, see, I think part of the fun of Las Vegas is the excitement of the games. I dig that look a lot. And we've seen a couple properties where they're starting to pull the games off, but not replace it with anything. And that's what I don't understand. I mean, you want action, you want density, you want lights, you want color, you want sound. And if you pull those games off, you don't have those things anymore. So I'm not really sure I understand that. But Mandalay Bay is good. They've got live music all the time there. They've got some fantastic restaurants there. The Michael Jackson thing is good. House of Blues is cool. It's a good property. So I think Karen, you'll be fine, completely fine. So come, and if you come by, let us know, and you can buy us a drink. I think that seems fair. Okay. Any more from you? Good? How are we doing? Don't do anything yet. We're good?
No, I'm just waiting. I'm
Perfect.
waiting to jump into these these recreational marijuana that you
Perfect.
bought for us to sample.
All right, everybody. Hey, I want to thank you all for checking us out. There's a couple ways you can reach out to us. You can email us at onairq@livinginlv.com. Again, onairq@livinginlv.com. Hey, if you want to do a voicemail, you can go to our website. There's a little link. I don't think we put this graphic up there, but we'll have to add this. You can actually do a voicemail on the Vegas Video Network website. You just go to the front page. What happened to my music? That was me. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Good night, everybody. And social media, we're on all the social media. Find us. iTunes, give us a
Roku,
5-star review.
Stitcher,
We're on the
YouTube.
Roku. How many people who have subscribed to us on Roku? 73,000 people. That seems pretty good. We're a YouTube partner. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. Share us with all your friends on the YouTube. We're on Stitcher, TuneIn, Chromecast, Apple, Google, and Fire TV, Google Play, and of course the Vegas Video. I don't like that it's doing that over and over again like that.
Yeah, it's an Android tablet.
What the fuck is
What
it
do you
doing?
expect?
That pisses me off.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just want to hear this and see if it plays it to the. Hold on. Yeah, that's good. He's pretty talented. So I think we're okay. All right, that's it, everybody.
All that fingering. Oh.
I'm Scott. Wayne, technical director, Nikki. All you fucking. That's it. I'm going to have to fix that. Thank you so much for playing along. There's Nick. There he is. Take us out. F whatever it is, 9, I think it is. See you guys later. Take care.
Stick it.